The Northern Lights returned to Northern California last week. That was amazing.
Yeah, I wasn't able to see him personally. I didn't have a angle from where I lived, and I didn't have the ability to go drive and go seek out a view. But it's just so cool that this year we've seen so much activity from the Northern Lights.
It was last Thursday. We've talked about this. 2024 is the year of the Northern Lights. There's all this. It's the peak of the sun storms, and the solar flares and the geomagnetic energy. It's the 11-year peak in the cycle. So this year's been incredible. We had an amazing display in May. We had an amazing display in August. And then last Thursday, which was the 10th, October 10th, I believe. Yeah. October 10th. We get this alert. A huge storm is happening on the sun, and everyone needs to get out. So we put it on our social pages, and I'm so glad we did. And look, we've gotten some of these warnings that we've put out, and it just hasn't come to fruition like we thought it might. But every once in a while, they do. And the amount of photos that people submitted to us was insane. It was seen all the way down in Southern California. It was seen in Yosemite. Some of the best views, I think, came over Lake Tahoe. Lake Tahoe, a lot of people went out and took photography there. We got photos in Chico. We got insane photos out of Mount Shasta. We got awesome photos from over Lassen. So it was just, super bright, green, pink. It was unbelievable.
We love getting all of those photos from you guys. So keep sending them. Send them to Active NorCal. Send them to Talking NorCal. Whatever you'd like. We appreciate it. We love all of those photos, and we will do everything to promote you as a photographer if you send them to us. So shout out all those that have, and any that do in the future. We look forward to looking at them.
And let this be a lesson. Look, we don't always get these right. We don't always get these forecasts right. It's so hard to forecast these, and we don't know exactly where, just because there's this big geomagnetic storm doesn't mean we know exactly where they're going to show up the best, right? So we give it out to our audience and give you the opportunity to go out and try to see them. Obviously, the best way is to go to, away from city lights, super dark, high elevation's usually good. So again, places like Mount Shasta, Lassen, Tahoe, if it gets that far south, to go see them. And obviously a long time lapse is usually the best way to see them on camera, but you can see, like, your iPhone has the ability to take great photos of these. So this is it. Look, I am predicting we're going to have one more this year. One more good one. This is our third. Again, this is the peak of the cycle. It's either last week's or it was May, that was the best I've ever seen in Northern California. And of course, it's the best we've ever seen because we didn't have photography equipment 11 years ago that really brought out the colors. So my predictions, we're going to have one more night like this. I'm crossing my fingers, but it's really just a huge, huge deal in Northern California.
Totally agree. I do think the camera equipment being better is a reason, but also the more people see the photographs, the more they want to photograph themselves. So every time these come out, the more photographers are like, I got to get my shots. So you may have one last time here, ladies and gentlemen. So look forward to it.